I'll give you 30 seconds to answer this one. I still want to know, is Plan B the alternative when it comes to somebody who is pregnant from rape or incest?
Well, it depends on what you mean by alternative. An alternative, obviously, is to do what we can to assist and aid the victim, and that is to help get them medical assistance that they need and the care that they need, but also to know what their options are. They're going to know that the state, through our Alternatives to Abortion program, provides living assistance, baby supplies, all kinds of things that can help them. Also, we've increased funding for prenatal and postpartum care.
Thank you, Governor.
Governor Greg Abbott said it in a word salad kind of way, but he admits it. Quote, our Alternatives to Abortion program provides living assistance, baby supplies, all kinds of things that can help them. Pregnant women, that is. Also, we've increased funding for prenatal and postpartum care. This is what progressives and, well, liberals have been saying for decades now. If you want to decrease abortions, you provide access to education and healthcare, provide IUDs and other forms of birth control. This is not only based in facts as evidenced by studies, but this is being lived out in European countries. So to the people who may say that these things will come at a cost to the state, in this case, Texas, so does enforcing one of the most, if not the most, restrictive and oppressive anti-abortion laws in the country. Making criminals out of those having abortions and putting them in prison isn't free. The statement that I opened with came about during the Texas gubernatorial debate between incumbent Governor Greg Abbott, a Republican, and Beto O'Rourke, a Democrat, which occurred this past weekend. Now, you should know that this took place in front of an empty performing arts complex. There was no crowd. There weren't any voters in the audience for that debate in a theater that seats 1,000 people. Tristan Snell said that families of the Uvalde victims arrived at the venue and are not being allowed in. Now, I highlighted what Governor Abbott said, but it's just as important to note what he didn't say. He's still going to force people to give birth. He did not answer the question about Plan B specifically, and I'm not sure of what he's going to do about Texas legislation outlawing abortion. But this week, the GOP has confused me about this issue. Whether it's Dinesh D'Souza claiming the left would brush it off if Reverend Raphael Warnock paid for a woman getting an abortion, read Herschel Walker style, I guess letting us know that he forgot what being pro-abortion meant. Speaking of, Republicans are, of course, backing Herschel Walker, not condemning him to fine or imprisonment. I'm sure it has to do with the statute of limitations running out or loopholes in newly established Georgia law, whatever that is. Not contradictions, right?
What I'm about to say is in no means a contradiction or a compromise of a principle. And please keep in mind that I am concerned about one thing and one thing only at this point. So I don't care if Herschel Walker paid to abort endangered baby eagles. I want control of the Senate.
That was Dana Loesch saying, quote, what I'm about to say is in no means a contradiction or a compromise in principle, before proceeding to contradict herself and compromise her principles, because the party's at stake, not the parent of the child. Or whatever. At least these two aren't changing their tune like Republican politicians who have been altering their abortion stances, updating the websites and campaigns to reflect a more inclusive perspective on abortion, or avoiding it altogether because they know that being anti-abortion isn't popular in America and they would like to gain or maintain power. With that said, before the opening clip I showed, the moderator asked, is emergency contraception a viable alternative to abortion for victims of rape and incest? And you have 60 seconds, sir. Abbott said, so to directly answer the topics that you raised on the availability of it is incumbent upon the state of Texas to make sure that it is readily available for those who are victims of sexual assault or survivors of sexual assault. The state of Texas pays for that, whether it be at a hospital, at a clinic, or for someone who gets a prescription because of it. And so not only it should be readily available, but the state of Texas is going to pay for it to make sure that it is available for them. Let me know what you think. For Rebel HQ, I'm Jeff Wiggins. My architect knows Japanese. For more from the Young Turks, stay right here. To see additional content from yours truly, click on the Jeff Wiggins hashtag. You can also find me on my YouTube channel, We Gonna Be Alright. Thanks for watching.